Welcome to Dungeons and Chickens, the podcast where chickens fight back, episode 8.
Oh my goodness.
Charlie wanted to say something before we started, so Charlie.
Yes, I just wanted to kind of say a big thank you to everyone that's been watching the series so far, and those that have been patient as well. I appreciate that when we first started this series, we were chucking out an episode every single Friday, and I know that a lot of people have noticed that obviously not every single Friday one has come out. Obviously, as I'm sure those that play D&D know, sometimes episodes have to be delayed for whatever reason. You know, you can't do a session without everyone there, and real life things come up. So I just want to thank everyone for their patience, and just to kind of update that as this point from this point onwards, we are aiming for bi-weekly rather than every single week. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't occasionally be an episode every week. So, you know, you might get a bonus episode every now and then. But just for those that are kind of being patient and waiting for the episodes, expect one every 2 weeks now, just to be safe, especially as we're coming up to Christmas and holiday times.
Yeah, so thank you for your patience with everything. So, I believe last time we left off on a pretty interesting cliffhanger. So, our heroes found themselves in Argonon Woodways Manor after being engulfed in a vision. This vision led them to the belief, or the absolute conclusion, that something is weird with Beatrix, aka Delilah's sister. And with this apparently she used some core of magic to transport them to this vision. And once they returned, they demanded that he release Beatrix and safely. However, Argonon was very cunning. He managed to put a hex on Beatrix, which allowed him to be able to track her and kill her at any instant and see where she is, what she's doing, and is able to kill her at a moment's notice. Our heroes, in order to free Beatrix from this curse and eventually break her free, agreed to go research her mysterious powers by investigating any traces of the old world by going around through ruins. Through doing this, they're making their way out of Valyrian and into the Ashenlands. And as they made their way down to the checkpoint, they were immediately notified at the checkpoint as they were entering the Ashenlands that war has started between Faegon and the Ashenlands once more. And our heroes are going to be dropped back into this point right now. So we open our scene. It is about, I don't know exactly what time I said last time, but we'll say for the sake of brevity, it's about 5 p.m. So it's starting to get evening time right about now. It just makes it, it's just about easier. I think you guys said you'd leave early in the morning, but you guys made it to the checkpoint. So we'll say we made it there because you guys went on foot.
Yes.
So you guys are at the checkpoint. It is about 5 o'clock, and you guys just stepped into the Ashenlands, and some guards are panting and kind of panicking behind you, like, "Oh shit, man, war broke out again. Here we go."
Did you mention as well about the fact we leveled up?
Yeah. So, thank you. Our heroes also leveled up to level 3, so they will now have increased abilities, health, and others. So, I believe with all that said and recapped, I hope let's believe we can move on now. So, at this point, hearing this news, what would you guys like to do?
Where are these guards that, like, are they, like, behind us? They run past us?
They are, so one guy, like, ran in between and kind of, like, shoved his way through Delilah and Beatrix.
Fucking rude, mate.
And they're about, like, I would say about 10 feet behind you. Like, you can, like, literally walk past them.
All right.
Like, you can walk straight up to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk straight up to them, and kind of like get their attention. Wait, did we just hear correctly? The war is back on.
Yes, Jalen shouts on one of his antics again. Crazy bastard. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Have they already advanced? Is this just a declaration?
It's a declaration for right now. They're going to start gathering troops and weaponry and start raising funds for the war in both lands. Except for the Ashlands, they'll probably just raise a few pennies, but then make every male go out and fight.
Okay. And what did you say caused this?
It was the death of Arthur Widowstead, one of the higher-ups in the Steelfist Legion. His death was reported to have been caused by the Ashlands and specifically the Half-Claw tribe. So
I just remember his character's actually doing that in the background.
Just like getting my collar and just kind of tugging and going, go, ooh. That went us.
I was like,
Just nonchalantly whistling like, doo-doo-doo.
yeah. All right, yeah. He was a higher up in the Steelfist Legion, one of the J1 Shadows elite.
Thank you for the information. Stay safe out there. We'll be passing through quickly, and I return back to the other two.
Yeah, and they kind of get back to their work. So at this point, you guys are basically have a path in front of you. You essentially have woods on the left, woods on the right, and a path that leads straight forward. It's a pretty. The forest is kind of dark. These are like kind of tall trees. They have darker leaves, kind of darker oak trees, and you guys are seeing that it's a very dense forest. So that's all you can put together.
Alora. Was that an
Yeah, I think it was like a what's up.
Oh, she had noodles in her mouth.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can talk whilst you eat. Alora, look, I know we needed to stay off the beaten path. You know, we were gonna take the woodlands to go to the Foreboding bogs. That is gonna take us longer, and if I know what's gonna happen next, this area is gonna be flooded with Faegon, with the Faegon army before we even realize it. I think our best bet is going to take the straight arrow path, go through Brolcog to get there. If we can get to the Foreboding bogs in the next couple of days, we can hopefully avoid any war and try and sort this thing out with Beatrix before then going back through. I know that before that was going to be an issue for you. I still stick by my promise that I won't let anything happen to you whilst we're here.
I hate to say it, but I agree with you. I think we should stick to the path and be as fast as possible.
Thank you.
Beatrix kind of looks at Delilah. What the hell is this now? What?
I don't know, really.
This is supposed to be a simple mission, and I'm not trying to. This was supposed to be a simple mission. Why is there's a war now?
Things have gotten a little bit complicated since you went missing. Not gonna lie.
Oh, God. So now so just to sum up, I have magic powers. There's a war. I have a hex on me that can kill me at any second, and I'm with a bunch of strangers.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice, Beatrix. Calling me a stranger.
You know what I meant.
And on top of that, there's also a raging army of monsters, including one big ass boy that is likely when they get loose to destroy the entire world we know, and we need to raise an army to defeat that. So yeah, just add that to the list.
Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that about a king now? Wait, what? Huh?
Oh yeah, there's a big demon thing that wants to destroy everything. Sorry, I thought we glossed over that. My bad.
What?
Anyway, moving on.
Look, let's keep this short, Beatrix. We came to find you because of Delilah. You aren't
welcome.
You aren't our main mission right now. We'll get you safe, and then what you do after that is up to you. We're here to raise an army, and I'll be honest. Although this war isn't a good news, we've got it. All it does is accelerate our plans.
Can you say this about the demon again? I'm sorry. I keep getting caught on that. That seems like an important detail.
Really big monster wants to destroy everything.
Where?
Especia.
Just behind that tree.
Look out!
You want to roll a deception check? I just want to see. Do you want to just say it, or do you want to do like a deception check?
Oh,
up to you.
For me?
Yeah, if you want to try and deceive her.
Oh yeah, because I mean, okay, yeah. Do you want a deception or performance check? Considering that it's more
deception.
Okay.
Deception.
Okay. Then.
F.
she turns around. She's like, what the? Ha ha.
Lol.
I'm just there with a big grin on my face.
Okay, so now there's a demon, and we have a couple psycho parents in the mix as well.
Let's go.
Easy clap.
All right.
Our main priority for now is getting to the Foreboding Bogs and trying to get this information to get this hex off you, because the longer we delay on that, the more chance your life's at risk.
And keeping me alive, please. I'd rather not die to my father.
No one's gonna die, not under my watch.
Yeah, I won't lie. Dying will actually it would put a bit of a damper on my day. It would be a little bit inconvenient.
Don't worry, I can totally resurrect you. And he looks as well. I totally cannot resurrect you.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you got my hopes up there, man. Thought I had a get out of jail free card for a second there. God damn it.
I totally can't resurrect you. Okay,
right.
So our plan now is what now? So we're taking paved path now?
So we're going to take this is the plan. We're going to take the paved path, go through Brolcog. I know it from my past. We're going to go through it, head to the Foreboding Bogs, find those ruins, find the information we need, get that hex off you. After that, I've got another plan, but let's do plan A first.
Why do we have to stick directly to the path? If the trees are like it's a thicket, isn't it? It's very dense.
Yeah,
forest
dense woods.
Yeah, so why don't we still follow the path, but we stay a safe distance away from it so that we don't get lost?
Yeah.
But we can still use for trees as cover if needs be.
It depends on how much that's going to slow us down, but yes, we can like walk alongside the path rather than actually on it. That's fine by me. If everyone else okay with that? All right. Look, I'll take the front. Alora, be directly behind me. Okay, stay close. Beatrix, Delilah, you take the rear. Okay.
Oh, typical.
We got the rear.
I've always got the bum.
Love me some rear.
We're losing daylight as we speak. The faster we get moving, the faster we'll get there. So let's just get walking.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right, so you guys, just to make sure, you guys are officially going to go on difficult terrain if you guys go into the woods. So you are going to move a bit slower, just for the reference. Even though you are technically staying close to the path, you are in difficult terrain, so you will move slower throughout the day. So you're not going to travel as far or as fast as usually you would on a paved road.
Would we still get to Brolcog by how long did it take us to get to Brolcog from where we are now?
You guys are walking, so let me just pull up the map real quick. Okay, so if you guys are walking, I would say from where you are, 3, 4, 5 days. 3 to 5 days.
All right, that's fine. As in 3 to 5, and that's at
that's if you do not. That's on difficult terrain, so yeah, 3 to 5 days. On difficult terrain.
How much of a difference does it make if we take the path?
2 to 3 days.
Cool.
Well, guess we're taking the path.
Yeah, I think we should probably just take the path.
That's all right. I just had an idea. Just thought I just thought I'd float it past you guys. See what you're for. You know, whatever floats your boat.
We're spitballing here, getting ideas off each other.
Exactly. Just chucking things around. You know, it's all good.
I mean, I think this is actually in character. I think we'll be safe on the path. You know, I reckon from what happened before, I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of the Ashernland's armies are probably going to be meeting in Droda, as that's where they'll probably fight first. So we should, you know, being on the western side of Ashernlands, I think we should be less likely to come across any trouble.
I just goes, all right, whatever. I guess like starts walking.
Beatrix has a bit of a migraine.
Oh.
just you can just see her kind of like. Because she's got aware of like a demon in the underground, so it's pretty reasonable, I think.
Are you telling me that that's not the kind of news that you could take easily?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, if I saw that on BBC News tomorrow, I'd be like, to be honest,
finally,
the way that 2020 is, fucking do it.
Took too long. All right, so I'm just gonna assume. So you guys are just gonna keep walking. You guys will have to make camp in a little bit, even though you guys are going on a path. You guys will have to make camp in a few hours. I mean, unless you don't have to. I'm just assuming you want to avoid exhaustion.
I'm gonna sleepwalk.
Yeah, I mean, like I hadn't said it yet, but I presumed that our likely course of action would be to walk for the rest of the evening and probably set up camp at the as far down the road as we can.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys continue for a little bit. Can I have everybody roll perception check for me, just like while you guys are walking on the path? I would say it's been about 2 hours, so the sun has set officially, and it's getting kind of darker.
I rolled 11.
I got 2 20s.
Hasn't come up on my screen.
Hasn't come up on mine either.
Yeah, Charlotte hasn't come up for me to either.
Okay, you can just say it, and then I can. I mean, you could just say it.
The 1 second though. Well, I don't mind pausing the recording here. Let's just all restart our Roll20s in case. Oh wait, it's just come through. Okay, I think it was a bit of lag.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yours is all coming through now.
All right, it's cool. We're good.
All right, so 20, 11, and 14. Okay, so you guys all relatively have awareness. So, coming from in front of you, you guys see orc men, women, and children on the path that you are, and kind of looking very dreary and looking kind of at the ground, but sort of like kind of every once in a while glancing at the road in front of them, see kind of passing by them and staying in a close huddle with one another while moving away from Brokog. They seem very defeated, and they look like the way the path leads, they came from Brokog. Is there anything you guys would like to do, or do you just like to keep moving on?
As we're walking past them, can I like try and speak to the like one of the guys?
Yeah, sure.
So, so I'm gonna walk up to the kind of the. Do you say there's like a family, like a father?
Yeah, there's orc. I would say it's a group of like maybe 12.
Okay, well I'm just gonna walk up to whichever guy is closest to me and just be like,
guy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't a woman be being charged?
I'm not going up to who's in charge. I'm going up to a guy. Jeez.
Come on, you always got to hook up. You always got to meet with the boys. You got to check in what's wrong.
Yes, the lads.
The boy.
You come on. You always got to check up on the boys.
So yeah, I got to him and just say, sir, what? You guys seem like you've been through quite a lot. What's been going on?
War. We got to move away from it at all cost.
Of course.
We've been moving away from this. We've seen this war before. We stayed through it then. We're not now. We're moving away from Brokog. We're going into the forest. We're going to go establish ourselves somewhere else.
That sounds like a good plan. Is that what the guards have been telling you to do, or is that just off your own back?
No, I'm doing it for me and my family. And he kind of gestures towards his family behind him, who kind of like all kind of seem like a bit scared. Honestly, they don't really seem like warriors or anything. They're kind of like pretty weak people. He says, "I fought in the war last time," and he kind of shows his like kind of turns around. And you can see a giant like slash wound around his back. He says, "I suffered for it. I would be forced to enlist in the army this year, but I'm not doing it. I'm going to go. I'm on my own."
I take out one of the Steel Fist Legion daggers I've got and show him and go, "I was a deserter too. I've been there. Stay safe during this war. Do you happen to know if they've already entered the Ashern lands?"
"Well, you shouldn't be here, friend." And he said, "You're dangerous. You're in dangerous territory now." He said, "But I don't think it's anything you can't handle." And he kind of looks at you up and down, and he kind of looks like everybody else. He sees like you guys have some like dried blood on you or whatever, because you guys haven't exactly like showered or anything. Charlie, by the way, I don't know if I told you, but Lyris has a pretty decent beard right now.
Oh
like,
yeah,
ever since like you sailed, so you have like a pretty strong beard going right now.
Delilah's got a unibrow now.
Yeah. Sorry, Lyris, you almost have like a Kratos beard at this point, getting close to it. It's been months. But he's like, it doesn't look like anything you can't handle. And like he says, he kind of checks. He looks at everybody else and sees they have like dried blood on him. He says, No, I think you all can't handle.
Yeah. So I just I pat him on the back and say, "You two, stay safe, friend. Keep your family safe. We're heading east. We'll if we see anything, then we'll try and keep it away from you."
I know something that you could help out with. Maybe gain some reputation if you do something good for the land.
I feel my kind needs to help the Ashern land quite a lot for our sins. What can I help you with?
On our way here, I managed to pass by some, you could call them soldiers, but we in the Ashlands were always soldiers. A couple of other orc figures talking about some whistling they heard in the woods, so a little far from here. You could probably set out in the morning if you camp nearby. I would say it's about an hour away. It'll be on your left. You'll hear slight whistling noise. If you can go investigate, I'm sure they'll very appreciate what's going on over there, and they'll appreciate you taking care of it.
Out of interest, which direction? We're quite desperate to get past Brolcog quickly.
It's on your way to Brolcog. Just keep heading straight, and just about an hour here, for about an hour walk from here. Depending on your pace, you'll eventually see. You eventually hear the whistling noise. Easy enough.
I'm sure we can help out. We'll do what we can. In the meantime, like I said, you guys stay safe, and hopefully next time I see you, it's in good spirits.
Very good.
What's your name, sir?
Fuck.
Nice to meet you, fuck. I'm Laura.
Azok.
Nice to meet you, Azok. Hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Same here.
And with that, I kind of like walk away from the orcs and back to our group, and I like to save time. I will explain to them what I've heard, and suggest that we make camp here, like just into the woods. Into the woods.
All right. So now you guys are everybody else is now informed. So if you guys want to comment or anything,
are you guys happy with the idea of us camping tonight, and then we'll continue on our way to Brolcog, and when we hear this whistling, investigate it?
Mm-hmm. A lot of nods.
Me? All right. Let's make camp. Try and keep fires to a minimum. We don't want to draw attention.
But it's cold.
Well, wrap up.
I don't have anything.
Let's do it next to this patch of dry leaves and bushes.
You can cuddle with me if you want. You want to cuddle with me?
Okay, yes, please. Lol, get fucked.
Get fucked, Lyris.
I got Beatrix.
That, huh?
Yeah, Beatrix is here.
Sister, didn't know that you were that type of man.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What did you just say, Johnny? What did you just say?
I mean, Beatrix.
Oh, if I had a sister, I'd keep you fucking well away from her.
But what if I want
Piece of shit.
and alone? What about if I want them both?
Perhaps. Don't worry, there will be plenty of time for D&D romances.
Hog.
I mean, do what you want, but yes.
Hey, Alora gets down on one knee and proposes to Delilah.
Erotic sex scene next episode, guys.
We're role playing through all of it, guys.
I choked on my noodle.
That's probably an innuendo.
Oh, that's lewd.
Great, we're canceled now. It's over.
A noodle?
This video is not safe for kids anymore.
A noodle?
Yeah, it's yeah. All right. So making camp.
Can I do a check to see if I can potentially find like a stream or some water nearby, just to kind of fill up canteens and wash?
Sure. Do a survival check.
3.
F.
Does that mean there's no water, or I'm just shit at finding it?
You're shit at finding it. There are stream. Well, he asked, but I mean, if you want to, like, you could just see Lear's just like you could just see Lear's like kind of like walking around, big water.
Hang on,
come here, boy. Water, come on, come here.
I really want to see if I get better than him. Oh no!
6. Nope. You're not finding water. You can hope that you can think that it's around here.
I want to
if
do
any,
this.
They're gonna be like I honestly
How could you get worse?
natural one.
Natural ones.
Yeah, so you
My
know,
natural one was still better than Charlie's roll, though.
so Ray, it was just so you know, if you had advantage, you still would have rolled a natural one.
I know.
Oh, that's so funny.
I still
Okay.
rolled better than Charlie, though.
All right, guys, it seems like you guys are gonna be looking for water for a long time.
Into the night.
Yeah, so
We just dehydrate.
there aren't too many like actual extremes in this area. You guys can generally tell, especially Delilah would know this because she's done a lot of book learning in her past. But you guys would know, Delilah, you know that basically this area isn't really has like too many streams. It's pretty like it's like the most wild area in Ufros, and if anything, there's gonna be some probably like distilled ponds and stuff like that, you know, around the area, but nothing
Ew.
like not too many like fresh streams or anything like that.
Disgusting.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
In which case, so yeah, I'm just gonna set up my bedroll, have some of my rations, and ask who's gonna take first watch.
I will do it.
Well, last time I did, I almost got stabbed. So I feel like
Almost.
I'm pretty.
Well, no, you did get stabbed. You did
Yeah.
get stabbed a few times
I
actually.
went down to 1 hit point. That's what happened last time you were on watch.
So I guess it's fair to say you're not taking watch this time.
I think I want to sleep, to be honest with you.
Wait, how much do you guys have? Like, you guys were fully recovered, right? Because
You told us it was gonna be a full
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm remembering what I said. All right. So first watch is Delilah, correct?
Me.
Yep.
Second watch, Lyris, do you want second watch or do you want to take third
Yeah,
watch?
I'll take second.
All right.
Actually,
and
no,
then
wait, no. I'll take whichever watch is last, so that I'm waking up nice and early in the morning.
So okay, so Lyris is gonna take third watch. Beatrix takes second. All right, cool. So I'm gonna. I mean, yeah. So
No, I'm alright.
enjoy your sleep,
Alright.
Alora. Just see. I don't know how long half elves sleep. I know actual elves sleep like less. I think like they meditate for like half the time, and they can like, spend their time doing other things. But I don't know how half elven sleep cycles work. So
They don't.
you can look that up if you want.
She
Yeah, I might do
sleepwalks.
that.
She
Yeah.
sleeps with her eyes open.
All right, cool.
Staring.
So first up we have, so go ahead and Delilah roll a perception check for me, just for general. Everybody's
18.
so is everybody gonna feed on rations, or do you guys want to like hunt for food, by the way?
I've
I've
already
got
removed
rations.
rations.
Okay, so yeah, remove one ration for each of you.
I don't. I don't have. I've never had any food on me.
Yeah, so
I've never had any rations, and I do not have a water skin either. So I think I should technically be dead because none of that was ever put into my bag.
Okay.
Like
All
at the
right.
very start. No. This is not completely my fault. Because somebody helped me make my character, and they never said at any point, make sure you put some food
No,
and
that's
water in
because
your
it
bag.
depends on which pack you chose.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the pack you chose.
you advised I choose for Scholar's Pack.
Yeah, because you needed it. Okay, Rhea, it's
Oh,
fine.
so I need the Scholar's Pack, but I don't need food.
Yes.
No, it
Okay.
should have come with the pack.
when
Rations
you, when you
can't
have
see the
knowledge,
pack.
everything else is secondary.
I just eat my books.
Yes. We can assume you've been piggybacking off of like Lyris's rations. Just be like, can I have a fry? we can assume, or Aurora, as I assume on some nights. Beatrix has also been piggybacking off someone else's food.
And I've got, you had a drink from my water skin. It's fine. We'll get you one in the next town, okay?
Oh, thank you.
How many
All right.
rations do you have left, Charlie?
I've got 5 left.
Alright, I should probably have the same amount then.
All right, gotcha.
She's just been eating it and then throwing it back up again and then eating it.
Yeah.
I'm a bird.
All right. So, anything you guys want to do before you go to sleep? Any kind of like, I don't know, like ritual or anything? You want to go find a goat and like slit its throat or something?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys do. Up to you. The night is technically young.
Actually, okay, so you know how we level up and stuff?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, I should have really quickly taken a look at my thing that I picked. So, like, as a warlock, I got like a couple of different packs, and I chose tome. But I think I have to do. I don't know if like we want to RP it or anything, or if like it's just suddenly here in my bag. But like my patron gives me a book of shadows.
Okay.
But I don't know whether to do that now or whether to do that at like a different point. And basically, like the whole thing about this book of shadows is that it's given me more cantrips. But if I lose my book of shadows, so like if it gets burned up or something, or if I just basically like I'm a dumbass and I lose it, then I have to do a 1 hour ceremony to get a replacement.
Just kumbaya.
Yeah. My patient's just looking down at me like, that's right. Humiliate yourself.
It's like, fine, here's the book. All right. So, funny story about your book. You can actually just like reach into your bag, and even if like you can't see it, you can do just pull it out.
Nice. Can I pull it out of my sleeve as well? Like sleight of hand, just be like, it's right here. I just like lift up my hat and it's just on my head.
Are your sleeves like vaguely big enough for that?
Previously, yes, but then when I look at the fan art that we have done, maybe not anymore. So my outfit's kind of changed. I would say
maybe your hat. If you want to take like, you want to just like, do you want to like pick it up and then just take the book off your head, or do you want to like take the hat off and then like reach in out of your hat and pull it out like a magician?
I mean, I've got a cloak, so like as long as nobody sees it, I can literally just like reach into my cloak and just be like ta-da, and it's suddenly there in my hand.
Yeah. So you have now a book of shadows in your hand. So what do you want to do with it? Do you want to just like read it for a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I'll kind of like read through it and study it whilst I'm taking my watch. Okay.
So good timing, because by the time everybody, I mean, is there anything else anybody wants to do before we start going on watches?
No, I'm ready to go to bed.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go on watch. So first watch, you rolled an 18 for perception. I won't make you re-roll that.
Oh.
You don't have to. Yeah, so you're good. While you're reading this is actually kind of interesting. And it's actually kind of funny that everybody else is asleep while you're doing this. So while you're reading the book, you can notice that like your vision looks normal, right? But you're noticing that like the purple light that comes from your eyes, you can like see it on the book pages, and you can see that your eyes are kind of like your signature purple right now.
Ooh.
And I think I can say this, but you don't notice it yourself unless you shake your hands or whatever. But your lips go a bit like the black, like it did before.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of tapping into the power you are when you cast spells, or when you're like really enraged and stuff like that, like we've seen before.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I would see what's happening to my hands, and when I'm like turning the page and things, like I'd see that on my hands, like in front of me.
Yeah. And you can continue reading when you see that happen.
Yeah.
All right. So, your book, it contains, information on your patron and everything that, like everything is from its. Let's see, how do I word this? Everything inside the book contains information about your patron and information about how to utilize the patron, and it is this is a very sacred book, and this book has a lot of sacred information inside of it that you previously has been unknown to you. So you're doing some learning as well as just light reading.
Ooh, if you
want, I can DM you what you exactly learn in a little bit.
Yes, please.
All right, sweet. So, even though you're reading and your senses are kind of heightened while you're reading, so this is mainly, the book actually kind of gives you a little bit more of a sense of awareness. It's not like too magical or anything. It's not enough to like actually give like an attribute, but I would say while you're reading, the book does give you a sense of awareness, because the book itself does not want to be stolen or caught by anything.
Mm-hmm.
So your perception remains high and nothing catches your eye. Occasionally, some like birds will fly off into the sky. But occasionally, Saul will kind of just like peck your hand, and you kind of just like shoot him away or something like that.
Swung away, like get fucked, mate.
But otherwise, pretty peaceful night, other than Saul kind of being annoying.
Lovely.
All right. So after your watch is ended, so what do you want to do at this point? If you're like reading the book or whatever.
So I will, when I realize my watch is over, I close the book up, and I wait to see, like, I look at my hands basically, and I wait to see like the effects kind of wear off before I decide to wake up Beatrix.
Yeah, so it's about 2 minutes. It takes about 2 minutes, and then you see it kind of like drains from your system, and your eyes start. You notice that the purple from your eyes start going away, and you can see that you've turned back into what looks like a normal person.
What seems to be a normal girl. Cool.
Otherwise, you wake Beatrix up, and it's time for her watch.
Yeah.
All right, so she's gonna roll perception check herself real quick. That's 11. So for her, she spends her time just kind of keeping watch, but she's still kind of distracted by everything that's happened in the past like 36 hours. So she's still kind of preoccupied. Otherwise, she's making sure everybody's safe vaguely, but like I said, she's doing the best she can despite being distracted. And then until she wakes up Lears for his shift.
I play.
All right, Lears, you want to make a perception check?
Yes. Gadoosh. 7.
What do you want to be doing in watch? Because you're doing something other than watching. What do you want it to be?
I mean, to be fair, this actually could work quite well. So I'm going to be sat down, just kind of like on a tree stump or whatever's like near the camp, like, and just sat down. And I'm going to be in one hand holding one of the Steelfist Legion daggers that I've got, and in the other hand, I'm going to be holding the sigil that I have on me. More description on that to follow. And kind of just be very deep in thought, looking at these two items almost as if I was making a choice.
Right. So you see kind of you're able to focus your energy on the kind of sigil, and you see the two choices in front of you. What would you like to do at this point?
So whilst actually during my watch, I'm just sitting there pondering, thinking, deep in thought.
All right. Other than that, it's a peaceful watch. Nothing seems to kind of, obviously you would notice because something would hit you on the head or something, but otherwise you're fine. No one seems to be injured. Nothing's stolen. Everything's fine. All right. Sounds all good. So you guys all kind of wake up and you guys see Lears kind of pondering at like the two items, and then Lears, you kind of hear them kind of starting to wake up a bit drearily. Whatever you wanted to do at that point.
All right. Whilst the others are sort of kind of like waking up, like now I know that I don't need to kind of keep watch anymore. Presumably people, starting to roll up bedrolls and stuff like that. I kind of turn to Alora. I'm guessing that she's going to be closest to me, and just say, I'm just going to go for a quick walk. Just going to go do my prayer time in peace. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Give us a shout if you need anything.
Will do. And
cool.
I kind of just go walking a little bit deeper into the woods. I'm not sure if anyone else wants to do what they want to do first.
I just want to remind you, did you find anything out about how long half-elfin people sleep, Millie?
No.
Gotcha. I'm just checking in. That's all. All right, so Lyris, what do you want to do on your walk?
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk into the woods a little bit. I'm going to find, I mean, hopefully with a better nature check than looking for water, I'm going to find like a nice little spot kind of in the woods. I appreciate being the Ashern land. It's not exactly, it's a little bit of a broken land, but I find like a nice little spot in the woods. Find like a nice, little spot and sort of take a knee and again get out the dagger and a sigil. This time I actually unwrap the sigil and place it on the ground. The sigil for this is more for the audience. Shh, you guys don't know this. So the sigil that I unwrap is the holy symbol of Darilla, which is a kind of a where's the description? So it's a copper. So it's made of copper. It's a symbol of a prospering oak tree that lays on top of a shining back plate made of iron in the shape of a circle, and it represents, like I said, the the god Dorilla, the goddess of nature and balance. Now, with the 2 items in front of me, I'm going to kind of let out a deep sigh and kind of start monologuing for no one else to hear apart from myself, because apparently Lyris is very, very whilst rubbing my very
Just the
dirty
beard.
my very dirty leaf and twig filled beard, kind of let out a bit of a sigh and go into a bit of a heartfelt monologue, which I really should have written down a speech, so I'm sorry if this doesn't improvise very well. But I feel like this is a good a time as ever, Alwyn. I was hoping that after you helped me escape, that I'd never have to be in this position again. That I'd have to face the Steelfist Legion in a war situation, and I fear that with everything you taught me and the path you tried to lead me down, I feel like destiny is trying to bring you back to that oath of vengeance. I wanted to stay clear of these lands. I wanted to follow your teachings. I'm finding it really, really difficult with everything going on not to go down that oath of vengeance. But seeing these companions that I'm traveling with, seeing the light that is glowing within them, even with all of their own tragedies they've been through, I can still see that light thanks to you. I've reached a stage that I need to make a choice, and I need to. I feel like I'm ready to swear my oath. And Alwyn, I'm going to swear the oath of the ancients. So at this point I kind of take the dagger and kind of sheath it away, and hold the sigil in my hand. Alwyn, with all of your teachings, I swear from this day and this day onwards that I will protect what is good in this world. Through my acts of mercy and kindness, I will kindle the light that you have shown me. Where there is good in my colleagues and in the people that I find in this world, I will shelter their light whilst preserving my own. And for those that are troubled by chaos, I will be the light which guides them out. With this sigil, I will keep that promise. I will make sure that I do not go down that path of vengeance, and instead keep your teachings true. And I wipe away a little tear from my eye, and I put the sigil. I put the sigil back into its cloth, because at the moment I can't do anything with it, and walk back towards camp.
All right.
Hell
With
yeah.
that being said, while you are kind of holding the sigil and getting to the and as you're about to put it away in the cloth or whatever, you feel kind of like a pain kind of on your right kind of on your right, a little bit below your shoulder, on your right arm, and you kind of feel like it's a bit warm. And it's like at first it's kind of like ow, but then it's kind of comforting, like a hug. It's kind of, you feel kind of an embrace upon you. It kind of, but nothing seems to be like embracing you at the moment. You're still sitting kind of on the ground on a stump with the things ahead of you, and you, as you're putting away, you're kind of like ow, and it happens under your like a little bit below your shoulder. I would say on your bicep. So, would you like to see what's going on?
Yeah.
So, as you kind of remove the armor, you see that the sigil that has been known to you and to Aldwin has been part as Aldwin, right? Is it
Alwyn, no D.
Alwin? Sorry, my bad. Has been burned kind of onto you, but not even. It's like more of a tattooed onto you, and it's very vibrant. Rather than just being a standard black and white tattoo, this one is vibrancy. It has colors as the leaves. The great strong tree that symbolizes him has been all colored in and all wrapped within the sigil, and is now takes up a large portion of your bicep, almost as big as like a hand wrapped around your arm. and you see this, and you kind of see this affirmation of the oath you took and what he meant to you.
I wipe away another tear.
Charlie got his first tattoo, guys.
and then what would you like to do at that point? It's just like, I know you said put it away, but you officially put it away now at this point.
Because like out of character mode, like I think you know that my intentions are I'll be welding that sigil onto my shield. The whole reason why my shield has that bit in the middle, but obviously I can't do that whilst I'm in the forest randomly. So yes, my intention will be to eventually wield that. So for now, I'm just protecting it back with its cloth and putting it away again.
Okay. And then you kind of put your shield armor piece on back, just kind of cover it. Unless you don't, it's up to you.
No, I'll leave it. I'll put it back. I'll put it back on.
Show us your tats.
And walk back towards camp.
Awesome. So you guys head back. While he's doing this, is there anything else that anybody else wanted to do in the morning to kind of start it off?
No, I'm good.
No, I think I'm okay.
All right.
And when I get back to the camp, I kind of want them to notice that, like, as I walk back to camp, I'm kind of almost have a bit of a glow to me, kind of like, you know, you can see a bit of a smile or a bit of smirk on my face, almost as if like a bit of a weight is off my shoulders as I kind of walk back in.
And Beatrix kind of looks at you, and she kind of just she kind of just like, you know, kind of gives like a bit of a wave, and then kind of gets back to looking, and like she borrowed one of she just kind of looks at like one of Beatrix's books and just kind of or not Beatrix's, the Delilah's book, sorry, and just kind of like she kind of borrowed it without you
asking?
Yes, she took it from yours. She's just kind of looking at a book. Just a novel about, I don't even know. she's just reading through a novel. You can't really make out what it is. So, with that being said, do you guys pack up camp and everything?
Up camp and get going down the road.
All right. With some spring in your step, Lyris, and everybody else, you guys all pack up camp and you guys begin walking. It is about, I would say, you guys went to sleep relatively early. It's about 7 o'clock turning 8 right about now.
Sounds good.
So, all right. So you guys start walking. And after a bit, I would say after like about 45 minutes, because you guys are walking at a decent pace, go ahead and roll a perception check, everybody.
Here we go. Oh, fuck, 6. Oh, worse. 3.
I'm waiting for mine to go through, and it's not.
Wow.
And natural 1.
6, 3,
Are
and
you
4.
really? I've rolled 3 natural ones in a row now.
Did you really? No.
Yeah. I
Ashern.
ran. Yeah. So that's including disadvantage from you remember my survival. Oh no, sorry, not in a row. But I had a natural 1 for my advantage and my disadvantage for survival check, and then I've also had a natural 1 for my perception this time. If I was rolling with advantage, there it would have been 21.
Oh, I got you, man. 2 natural 1s. Like, man, that sucks. All right. So, at this point, you guys are kind of walking, and nothing really stands out to any of you. The only thing that kind of stands out is Alora. Alora kind of senses something a bit. While there is nothing to be heard from anybody else, although there's that, everybody kind of. Alora kind of just stops, and like you kind of hear this like ringing and whistling a bit in your ear. And it's in your left ear, so it's on the left side. What would you like to do?
Sorry. Alora. Sorry, my eyes are watering really badly. Let me just take a little break real quick.
We'll pick up back here then.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Brilliant. We'll pick up here then.
Did you actually? Is that on record?
Yeah, of course that's on recording.
Oh, God. Fuck.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, Laura, you hear sort of hearing that the whistling or ringing noise in your ear, but it's only in your left ear. At this point, how would you like to react to this kind of noise that you're the only one that can hear?
Okay, Alora like stands still, like she just stopped. While everyone, I'm guessing we're walking, right? We're walking, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so all of you guys kind of notice that she kind of just stops and she's like second in line, so everybody kind of like, if anything, Beatrix kind of like bumps into her a little bit. She's like, "Oh, sorry, what's wrong?"
Do you guys hear that?
Hear what?
I can't hear anything.
Like it's like a whistling noise. I can hear it. Can you guys not hear that?
Only you can hear it?
Yeah, it's like in my left ear.
I can't hear a thing. This must be what the orc was talking about. I wonder why we can't hear it.
I really don't. I don't know. I can't really tell where it's coming from either.
He said go into the forest, right, at this point?
Yeah, he said it was going to be into the left of the forest. Well, look, let's I must admit he said to travel for an hour and it's only been 45 minutes. I expected us to have to walk a bit further, but let's take a left here and walk into the forest. We'll do it at a 45-degree angle, so we're still walking towards where we need to go. And you let me know if it starts getting louder, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Sounds a good idea.
Stay close.
All right. With that being said, you guys keep the line order, and just head towards the forest and in the left. So, at this point, I want to explain something to you guys. So, to everybody, and this is not just for Delilah this time. This is more of just general knowledge. The forest in the Ashlands is known as a deadly hotspot for creatures. You guys have mainly kind of avoided these creatures by being in like the early part of the Ashlands, not really like been fully like part of it. I mean, you guys are more in like the entrance area.
Yep.
And you guys know that this has been a lot of the forest has been uncharted for many years due to its danger. And although at this point, when you kind of enter the forest, you guys kind of get past, the dark oak trees with kind of bushes, and you guys kind of move past to the left. You guys begin to see the ground starts to be covered with a bright green moss in some places, but then there's some patches of grass all over the place on the ground as well. But then the trees are quite tall. They start to kind of like raise up a bit more, forming kind of a canopy above your heads, about 20 feet above you. The trees are dark brown and have some moss on their trunks as well. It seems outwardly to all of you, this is just like any other forest, but honestly much prettier than you have ever heard. And like all looking around you, you can see that outside of like the borders of like this weird kind of forested area, it's like all like dark oak trees that kind of like form like a thicker kind of movement and everything. In this place, it's not really difficult terrain anymore. It's more normal terrain, honestly. This is and this forest is some of the prettiest you've ever seen in like a natural setting before. And could I have everybody roll a perception check one more time?
Here comes my natural one again.
9 for me.
Oh, okay. 18.
15 for Bunny.
Okay. So at this point, all of you guys begin to hear this faint whistling noise, as if someone's kind of like whistling in your ear very quietly. And as if this wind is being channeled through something kind of hollow. And Alora in particular, you feel a sense of warmth and comfort come over you, as if you're really in a really safe place compared to all the dangers that you've been exposed to. You seem like you're kind of like in a safe haven, or if you're at home and you're with your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, would anything like to say? Go ahead.
I was going to be like, I hear it. The whistling, is that what you've been hearing?
Yeah. It's still happening. Can you guys hear it now?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's blowing through something.
It's really weird. Should we keep going?
Yeah. Is it louder than it was before for you? Are we going in the right direction?
Okay, so at this point, it is not loud. It's not louder. It's kind of staying at a steady kind of volume for all of you, and you guys all kind of see that this clearing it's not really clearing because it is a group of trees still. It's just a bit brighter now. But it's in this like a general direction. You kind of see like it keeps going on for a little bit, in kind of all directions except backwards.
Okay. So I guess no, it's still the same same level as it was before.
This is dead sus, not gonna lie.
And sorry, I was just gonna say, Beatrix at this point kind of says to Delilah, "Listen, this isn't not what we're here for. Okay, we're supposed to do what we're okay. Apparently, there's a demon now, so we can't exactly do this kind of stuff too often." And by the way, she's whispering this to Delilah only. So like, what are we exactly doing here? Like, should we even be doing this?
I trust in my friend's judgment. And basically, like, Delilah just, like, looks away from her and just, like, completely shuts her down. She's still not, even though they had, like, a little bit of friendly banter, you know, she's still angry at her. Like, she hasn't forgiven her at all for all of the shit that she's pulled, so.
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of just walk away and she's kind of like.
Does Beatrix still have that book, by the way, that she kind of nicked from me? Because if she does, I'd like to fucking nick it from her bag and just like take it pointedly and put it back in my bag and be like, and don't steal my shit.
Earlier on, she kind of was like gave it back to you. She was like, I took this. I was bored. I'm on my watch, basically. And she gave it back to you like earlier in the morning, basically.
Okay. Well, at that point, just to say, Delilah would have been very mad and would have glared at her because she's very protective of her books. And if anybody touches her books, she gets very, very upset. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, Laura, you still feel your kind of sense of comfort as you continue. As you guys can kind of continue.
Nobody feels that, sorry.
Yes, you are the only one that feels that. You haven't asked anybody, but you can you assume that nobody else does, or everybody does. Up to you.
No, I'm not going to question it. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys can kind of continue through the path of the forest, the canopy that you begin to see that kind of blocked out a majority of the light from above you is like about 30 feet in front of you guys. Sunlight is absolutely just flooding into this forest and creating a very bright spot. So the area you're in is like relatively kind of lit now because of like the canopy is kind of spread apart and not like a rainforest where it's like completely blocked out. There is more light entering than the rest of the forest. But this light is absolutely just flooding about 30 feet ahead of you. You can see that a bunch of light is heading into like a circular kind of area, and it's very hard to see in front of you. All of you see this.
Okay. I'm kind of like a little bit mesmerized by it. I'm just gonna keep leading the pack and just start walking towards it.
All right. So, with no dissenting opinion, you guys go ahead and head into what seems to be this clearing and this like flood of light ahead of you. This area is a circular clearing. What looks like to you when you guys kind of enter it, and so let me describe it a bit. So this clearing is unlike anything any of you have ever seen before. It has grass all around its floor. Trees encircle the whole thing, but there's in the small clearing, this bright light pouring from the canopy directly into the center with no tree cover in the middle. Which in the center of the clearing, there's a large formation of vines that are kind of like form like a mound of sorts and come like what seems like out of the ground and hold a slightly weathered quarterstaff with a single red painted band on the end of the staff. Aurora, at this point, you hear a highly feminine voice, what seems to be coming from all around you, like as if it's echoing through the forest, say, "Take what is yours." What would you want to do at this point?
Yoink that bitch. I'm joking.
As Laris at the front, by the way, I will have like, as soon as we've kind of walked into that clearing and seen my first thought was I've seen the thorns, the vines. I kind of like put my hand up and kind of stop the group and kind of make a standstill for a moment.
And as he kind of raises up his hand, you hear what that woman told you, Aurora. So what would you like to do at this point?
And I'm the only one who hears that.
Yes, from what you can tell, no one else seems surprised at all. They're kind of like standing still from what we were, but you kind of jump a little bit and see, kind of like look around you as if you're the one that heard it.
Did anyone hear that?
I mean, I can still hear the whispering if that's what you mean.
No, it was like a voice. It.
I mean, I told us to stop.
Say Charlie. So this, hang on, this is like a question. So this thing, this quarterstaff, is in front of us, right?
Yes.
It's
in the center of this clearing with light pouring all around it.
I'm gonna take it.
All right.
I'm gonna listen to the voice. The voice is telling me to do it. I'm gonna do it.
All right. So despite Lyris's, command to kind of like hold back and wait for a second, you kind of
that's what she likes.
you kind of just walk. You honestly just kind of walk past him, like you walk like right in front of him and walk past him.
I kind of like.
So, okay.
Can I not kind of like shout and be like, Laura, careful! I promise to protect you. We don't know what this thing is. It's not just you that's hearing this. It could be a trap.
Just hang on a second, Lyris.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Lyris.
Shut up! A voice told me to take it. All right, I'm not gonna deny it.
Man, bitch.
God spoke to her.
So yeah, she's kind of like almost mesmerized, I guess. Like she's kind of not even probably thinking straight. Like she's got a voice in her head, you know, and there's light beaming down. Like she's just gonna go. She's gonna go for it.
Yeah, and you still have the warm feeling, by the way. So all these things in culmination kind of give you a feeling like it's like this is something very close to you and something that cares, or something around you.
Hell yeah.
All right. So you walk up to the staff. It seems a bit weathered. If anything, it seems to be kind of from what you can tell, it seems to be made out of red oak wood. And it still has the red band at the top. What would you like to do when you're right up close to it? Just isn't.
Without looking back or anything, she's just gonna like, I guess like, yeah, she's just gonna put a hand on it. She's gonna hold it in her hand. Like, but she's not gonna bring it to her. She's just gonna reach her hand out and like grab it.
Okay. When you reach your hand out and grab it, you kind of see that all the vines below the staff kind of all just kind of retract and go back into the ground. And so there's no longer anything suspending the staff. And at this point, you let me just describe the staff real quick, because it seems the staff kind of changes when you grab hold of it. So with this staff, it's what seems to be a wooden quarterstaff. It is a little worn, and it looks like it is made of red oak wood, like I mentioned earlier. From the top to bottom of the staff, there is a design of a golden dragon breathing fire at a blacked out character holding what seems to be a quarterstaff. There are red painted ribbons on the bottom and top of the staff. After holding the quarterstaff for a few moments, you see the quarterstaff bursts into flames, and the quarterstaff that you're holding keeps its form, but the quarterstaff itself lights on fire from top to bottom. But as you hold it, you feel no pain. In fact, it gives you a feeling of comfort, of home, of friends, of family.
Let's go.
What would you like to do at this point?
I'm gonna fucking I don't know. What do the people do? The lightsabers.
I have the power.
Yeah, can I
Excelsior.
wield that bitch and just fucking swing it around? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of just like you got to mess around with it. You've gotten some training.
Fire to the whole clearing.
You've gotten some training before with quarterstaffs in your past, and you like kind of like twirl it and from like your back, and like it like hits your clothes a few times. Does not catch fire to your clothes.
Oh. I got fire in the kosher belt. Let's go.
And it seems like it's honestly it brings a sort of comfort that ever since you've been at home, nothing else has except maybe being with your friends.
Oh, my friend.
During this time, I nudge Delilah and go, better than a teddy bear that points, isn't it?
You got your teddy bear, you got your coin. Well, guess what, bitch?
Delilah
lightsaber.
Delilah looks at Lyris. And can I actually roll to hit him, please?
If you want
Like
to.
with the quarterstaff, can I bonk him?
Why are you going to try and avoid the bonk?
I would not try to.
No,
I'm not
you
expecting
know,
to
allow me.
All right, so yeah, go ahead. And you can just, you don't have to roll damage. You're not going to hit him that hard. I mean, are you going to try and hit him that hard?
I mean,
That misses.
Do you want to do damage to him?
No, I won't do any damage.
Okay, yeah, so you just kind of,
you just
kind of like raise up a bit. You just kind of raise up a bit. Dunk. You know, just a thunk.
Yeah, I guess I thunk him on the head. Bonk,
Yep.
bonk. But I'm watching Alora, and I'm very happy for her, and I'm also very impressed by the quarterstaff skills. And I'm looking at my own quarterstaff, thinking maybe I could do it someday.
Someday.
Yeah, I'm watching Alora, thinking maybe I could get Alora to teach me how to be actually, you know, a little bit fucking competent with this fucking stick in my hand.
And as you kind of do that, Beatrix is kind of giggles when you hit him with the quarterstaff at the kind of end of it.
Your next bitch.
At this point, when you're kind of like messing around with the quarterstaff, you hear the female voice say, "Destroy it."
I thought she was going to say something like, psych, and then just like disintegrates in her hands.
Destroy it.
No, don't make me do this. What the fuck?
Look at that shit-eating grin on Dry Bones' face.
I'm molding.
What would you like to do?
Yep, my internet's due to crash in 5, 4, 3, 2. And that's the end of the episode, guys. Don't you ask me what do I want to do next. Give me a second.
We'll do it. I'm giving you a few seconds.
A few. Oh. Fuck it. I'll just write. No, I won't. Yeah, I will.
That was the quickest U-turn in history. Okay, I'll just write
It's like when you're yelling. When you're a yell like, come on, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna make it. Oh no, not making it. No.
Oh, but I wanted something cool.
Keep it.
But it's telling me to break it.
Yeah, but
Then break
maybe it's a test. Maybe it's a test, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well done. Here, get this even cooler quarter stuff that has an accent."
Give this even cooler quarter
They're
staff.
just like, psych, bitch.
Psych, here's a real lightsaber.
Now you got no quarterstaff.
I think you might get something. I think you'll get something better if you do it.
What do you want? You don't have any of this knowledge. You don't have any of this knowledge.
Yeah, we're not talking. We can't give her advice.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna.
Do you want to just like knee it? Just yeah. What do you want to do?
Yeah, no.
It's
I
like
know
Harry
what I'm gonna do.
snapping the
I'm
older
gonna.
wand.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. Oh man, I hate decisions like this, but I've got to go with my gut right now, and I'm gonna break it.
All right. So you snap the staff and you drop it. Clap your hands together. Go from up to down. And you do it. All right. You do what she says. Now lift them.
We're watching this and we're like, what the fuck?
I'm lifting them. I'm lifting it. I'm doing it.
The staff is back in fully formed condition into your hands.
Pog? I mean,
Poggy Woggies?
At this moment, you hear, the staff will never abandon you or break. I believe in you.
Okay.
God, is that you?
And you kind of see as the light kind of slowly starts to fade a little bit. The light starts to dim a bit, and you can see like the clearing starts to become a lot less bright and more along the lines of what you saw on the outside of the clearing and around the rest of the area.
Okay. Well, this is clearly quite an emotional moment for Laura. So a single tear rolls down her face. She's looking at this quarterstaff in her hands, and she's kind of like, "Wow, this is pretty cool."
Wiggles her eyebrows at us.
Lightly,
Wiggles eyebrows.
I guess she's gonna kind of admire it. I guess slightly brush upon like the golden dragon and kind of look at it. Is it still on fire, by the way, or has it stopped doing that?
Okay, so it stopped going on fire when she said break it, and then when you
Okay,
broke
cool.
it, it's not on fire, and when you came back, it's not on fire.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess.
And you kind of like study the dragon. The dragon does not look familiar to you. And the person seems to in like the image on the staff itself seems to be holding, seems to be wielding what looks like the staff you're holding right now.
Interesting. I mean, hell yeah. I'm very confused, but also like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna turn around to Lyris and Delilah.
I'll give him like a thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look, it's like
massive thumbs up.
just 5-year-old. Look, Mom, I found a stick.
Look what I got.
What have you got there? A knife. No.
A knife? No. But yeah, you. By the way, I just wanted to like kind of emphasize what this looks like to an outsider's perspective. You got a light. You got it. It lit on fire. You broke it, and then you
started
like,
clapping.
Then you kind of like you did like this. By the way, just so you know, in case you know what it looked like from an outsider's perspective, she went and she kind of like she held her hand out, and then she went and like did like an arc around her head, put her hands together, and when she lifted her hands back up, the staff kind of like reapparated that when she did that specific motion.
I'm so cool.
I thought she was just standing there like clapping. I was gonna.
No,
like,
she wasn't like.
She
wasn't like doing this. It's more like a. It's like that.
It's when you said clap your hands. I was like,
shot.
Oh
yes.
no.
But as you've done that, what would you like to do? Oh yeah, what would everybody else like to say?
Yeah.
I guess.
My first reaction is going to be, you can make stars out of your hands? You've been hiding that one from us.
I hit Lyris again over the head.
Funk.
It's just a little kind of sound.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just going to turn and be like, what? Did you not just see that? She pulled that out of thin air.
I don't think it was a trick that she was always able to do. I would imagine if she could do it, she'd have done it previously. It really would have helped us out otherwise. And then I'd be mad at her.
Oh, that was very weird.
Yeah, I guess Alora's still kind of like, she's not really paying too much attention to Lyris now. She's kind of still looking at it, and she's
replaced by a stick.
Lyris just gonna say, care to explain what that is? You seem to go up to it with no fear.
I really wish I could tell you. I just heard voice and the whistling and the ear, but it felt so comforting to me, and the voice just felt so reassuring. I kind of fell into a bit of a trance, and here I am. Got this cool stick. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
I wonder why the orcs hadn't looked for themselves. They seemed to make it out as if it was something that they were too scared to go to. I wonder why they hadn't found it for themselves.
To be fair, if I had some ominous whistling coming from the side in the forest, probably wouldn't explore either.
That make us dumb or brave?
Smart.
Right. Well, look, we I guess the whistling's now stopped. I guess we've done what we needed to do. Shall we get back on the road?
Nothing else to do, so yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
All right, we turn around, march back towards the road.
All right, just walking back. Just walking back. What if you like after all that you just like forgot it somewhere or something like that? You're just like, all right, well, this is a stupid thing. It's gone. All right, let's go. So with that being said, with all of the kind of what you recouped throughout the forest and what you've done so far in the Ashernlands, we're going to go ahead and end this session here with you guys walking out of the clearing and onto the path and on your way to Brolcog.
Woohoo! Sounds good.
woo.
So this episode is a bit shorter, but I did want to let you guys know that we are so glad to be back after a little bit of an intermission. But we're happy to be back playing D&D for you guys, and it's been a lot of fun today and hanging out with you guys always.
As always, thank you very much.
How
Thank
right, guys.
you.
See you
All
in
right,
the next
guys.
one.
Love you and have a great one.
Bye.